common denominator is going to be 16, right? So what do we need to multiply the 1/2 by?
8.
Right, because 2 times 8 is 16. So we're going to just multiply 8 like that.
And the 1 too.
Yeah, and 8 over 8, right? All right, so that's going to give us 1. 8 times 1 is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. I'm going to subtract that from, and that's going to be minus 3 over 16. Okay, and so our answer is going to be what? 5/16, right, of a mod. Okay, you always want to put the units down. All right. Well, let's see if there's anything else. Belmont State. Okay, so that's it. All right. So, any questions with that? All right. So far, so good. All right. Let's take a look at problem 106 on page 109, and it says here, calculate the difference between the average grass height in the 1970s and the 1960s. And you have to look at the table to the right. And this table, it says here, average height of, looks like grass on a golf surface, golf putting surface. Okay, and what does it say in this table for 1970s?
732.
316.
1970s, it says 3/16. Make that a little bigger. There. And that's in what units? Inches. And 1960s, we have, what was that?
732.
7/30 seconds of an inch. Okay? So, what do we have to do here? We want to know the difference in the height, right? Difference. Well, when we say difference, what operations is that? Subtraction, right. Between the average heights in 1970s and 1960s. Well, before we start, we can go ahead. We know we need a common denominator of what here?
232.
32, right? So that means we need to multiply the 3/16 by what? 2 over 2, right? So that'll be, what do we get here for our fraction now?
632.
6, right, 30 seconds. And here we have 7/30 seconds. So we have to, we're going to go ahead and, because we don't want negative numbers, right? We put the 7/30 seconds first. And then the 6/30 seconds. And that's going to give us 1/30 seconds, and our units are, right, 1/30 seconds of an inch. Okay? All right, any questions with that?
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
With that, on some of the homework what we did,
Yes.
come up like that where one was bigger than the other one, so it's fine for us to turn around and do it the other way.
Yeah, because if you don't,
It won't work.
yeah, well, what you'll get is a negative.
So it's okay to just move the bigger one to the top and the top one to the bottom and
Yeah,
subtract
because
it.
you're just trying to find a difference.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you if we could do it like that or what.
Well, see, another thing is you're finding out the difference from 1970s and 1960s, and I know that normally you have in a sentence, the larger number normally comes first, like difference from the larger number and the smaller number. But in this case, all we want to do is find the difference between the two, and we don't want a negative. So yeah, you just switch places with it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions with that? Questions?
Yeah.
Okay, and problem number 108, geometry. The course of a yachting race is in the shape of a triangle with sides that measure 4 3/10 mile, 3 7/10 mile, and 2 1/2 mile. Find the total length of the course. And so since here's our triangle, and it doesn't specify what kind of triangle, so you can just pretty much put any kind of triangle you want on there. And it says here that we have 4 3/10 mile, 3 7/10, and the last leg is 2 1/2. Okay, what we want to do is we want to, if we started from one point here, we ran the course for this race, we want to know what is the total length of the race. So, and they gave us the equation P equals to A plus B plus C. So what is that equation telling us?
Add them all together.
Add them all up, right. And what would we say this is called? What would P?
Perimeter.
Perimeter, good. Okay, so we're looking for the perimeter of our course, and so we're adding, so even though it has going across horizontally, you can just go ahead and add them up vertically. So here we have 4 3/10, and 3 7/10, and 2 1/2, and we know we're adding. Okay? So can we add these up just the way we have?
No.
Okay, we can add the first two, but we can't add the third one, right? So we need to multiply, right, 5 over 5, right? So we're just going to carry the first two over,